Welcome back to Diecast Resurrection. A couple of you guys in the comments have been saying we need a little bit of more Mopar on the channel, so today we're going to work on a 1970 Plymouth Cuda. It's got a couple of rubs and some scrapes on it, but overall it's in pretty good shape. Today I wanted to turn it into a race car. I follow a lot of pages on Instagram that post a lot of race car pictures from back in the day, and I saw a pretty cool one that I would like to try to mimic here today, so that is our plan. The car I'm going to build today was used in a lot of endurance races. Maybe some of you guys will recognize it. Just last year, I was at an auction where we sold my buddy's Cuda that he had in storage. Actually, it wasn't a Cuda, it was a 1974 Barracuda, if you want to get particular about it. It's probably safer for the work mat this way. I tend to spill all the products and ruin all my mats. Definitely not as clean of a strip from when I just dunk her right in the old jar. The design I'm going after has an aluminum chin spoiler that kind of comes out from underneath the lower valance here. So these little, I don't know what you want to call these things, these little diffusers here on the sides, those are actually in the way. So I got to free up a little bit of real estate under here so we can make some room. Thought I'd grind off the majority of that just to kind of speed things along here. Alright, that's much better. Just gonna build myself a couple of axle tubes here and some of this brass tubing. So to get a nice bed to sit those in there, I just use a little round file. And it's the exact same size as my tubing pretty much, so just kind of file yourself a nice little bed and then they just sit right in there perfectly. I'm not sure what our ride height's going to be like at this point, so I'm going to try and mock this up the best I can here before I glue anything in place. I was going to use these Goodyears in the front. Gleek, 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 gleek. And I was going to use these for the back, but I know if I have Toyo tires and Goodyear on the same car, you guys will freak, so I'm going to just turn those tires around. As cool as that looks, I'm going to bring that down a little bit more. That's not exactly what we're going for on this one. There we go, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit more realistic. These specific M2s, they use a fairly large axle, so what I do, I don't have those axles in stock, but I do have the other size tubing that I use, which happens to be the right size. So I usually keep this tubing, and these are the two tubings that I purchase on a regular basis. These are from KS Precision Metals. I believe I use 8125 and 8126. I think those are my two. This is the car we're building today. This one's looks like it's got slotted Kragers. I'm going to be using just black old school Kragers, but looks like she's tucked a little bit in the back, so I got to try to mimic that as best I can. So what's your guys' methods for when you're building customs? I usually just like to look at real cars and be like, hey, that'd be really cool to have in a smaller scale. What do you guys do? Is everything out of your brains? It's looking pretty good. That's pretty good ride height. I'm happy with that. We're going to have to paint those front rims. Actually, I'm going to probably repaint both of them just to make them match. So now I would like to go to the paint booth. So I got the camera figured out, so I'll have footage today for sure. I'm going to throw down a little white sealer, a little white paint, and then clear coat, and then I'm going to bake it in the paint oven and I'll come back. Okay. Here's our car back from paint. We got a nice glossy white coat on here. My little paint oven has two 100-watt bulbs in it. If you're interested in seeing the video for that, I'll leave a link up here. I did one fairly heavy coat of clear on this car, and I usually bake it for one coat, I did about 40 minutes, 45 minutes at 90 Fahrenheit. Typically, I do 3 coats of clear on my cars, and that requires about an hour and a half at 90. So I want to give this a nice little scuff now with some clean Scotch-Brite. Be very careful not to go through the paint on the edges. Gonna be adding a little bit of blue back here, so just be super careful. So I've got our number done on vinyl, so we're gonna just stick those down now, and that's gonna just save the white. So after we do our blue, we just peel those off. And then we got an appropriate decal that's just going to put a nice little edge on there. And that's how we're going to end up with a number that looks like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Sweet. There. Got ourselves a number. This should be a cool paint job. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to just tweak this angle a little bit so you can see. I'm feeling it, man. Geez, I feel like that number 4 has to come down a smidgen. It looks like it's up in no man's land a little bit. In the back here, this vinyl the paint kind of just curves up like that. Kind of just follows the bottom of the quarter panel. And then same with the front. Just does one of those. Sweet, so the area inside the vinyls shall be blue. Which is going to be real cool. I like it. I like it. I'll show you the other side. Very much the same. Alright, so the other area that needs some blue, as you can see between the taillights here. If I really zoom in on that taillight, They have a nice white detail around the tail light. That's going to be real tricky for me to pull off because on this model, there's only 2 of those slots. They didn't really have the details to do 3. So I think what I'm going to do is similar to the numbers. I'm going to just cut a little rectangle to cover the tail lights for now, to just kind of reserve that white. And then we'll be able to mask off around the edge and hopefully just spray blue in the center. We'll have nice white bumpers and everything just like this. Something like that. Alright, so I'm going to switch to regular masking tape now, and we can get this done. And we'll be able to mix up some paint. It's a little tricky sometimes when you got big sausage fingers. I'm just kidding, I don't really have big sausage fingers. I've been one of those people that have kind of small hands. They say people with small hands are good at like being mechanics and things like that. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they say. Cool, and just spray a nice blue in there. Oh, it's gonna look so good. You guys pumped? If you're pumped for this paint job, leave a like right now. I think I like this 3M green tape the best for now. That's what I like using. Beautiful, man. Gleek, 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 gleek. This is going to be sweet. Trim some of the fat away. I got our little Cuda all taped up. I was just getting ready to cut the back right here. This is gonna be for all the marbles right here. So I got a super sharp blade. I'm just gonna keep it in the groove. I like using that Q-tip to kind of just mash everything in as I go. Beautiful. Now that's going to turn out super nice. So continue with the Q-tip. It really helps push that tape in there good because it kind of just conforms. That's going to be a pretty nice detail, boy. Alright, so this is basically ready to go to the paint booth. All I gotta do is mix up a little bit of paint, and we're going to keep that nice kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, Richard Petty blue, something like that. I think we're going to be able to start with this blue. This is Auto Air Colors, which was an older line of Createx. So now all the bottles are relabeled to this Wicked Colors. So this Auto Air name is no more. Now it's all under the same one. These are the same paint. So if you're looking for this, that's the one. This is the new one. That looks pretty darn close. I'm going to put in just another little squirt of this. I overdid it with the white. That looks a little bit different to me than it does to you guys. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. That's going to look really good on our car. So there's nothing else left to do. This is ready to go. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and we're going to go back to the spray booth, and we're going to add a little color to this beauty. I'll meet you in there. I guess this is the moment of truth. Let's have a look, see how we did. Ooh. Ooh, that looks nice. There's our Cuda. That's where we're at. She's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I really like this. Hopefully I can do a good job on those taillights. I'm gonna try have them divided by that white, just like the real car. We'll see how it goes though. Oh, I think that's gonna be our one there. I think that is gonna be the one. Alright, looks a little bit better. Alright, I'll get the other one soaking and we'll flip this around, do the other side quick. I've been working on some details here. I blacked out our grill, our lower valance area. Side markers, door handles, beautiful, beautiful. Taillights, very tough to get in there, but we got her done. She's looking real good. I am ready to go clear coat this bad boy. And once the clear coat's dry, we're gonna flat black the hood. I gotta do the little hood pins, and then I think we're ready for an assembly. So this is looking really good so far. I can't wait to see the reveal. Let me go head over to the spray booth. We'll get this clear coated and we'll wrap this puppy up. So I just finished making a little chin spoiler for the car. I just kind of cut up an old tin lacquer thinner can that I had laying around. So I'm just going to put this bad boy on, and I think that's the finishing touch. And then we'll do a reveal, okay? Give me a second. So there she is. Check out our AAR Cuda now. The original car that I built this off of was a Hemi car, so that's pretty cool. This thing looks good. I got the headlights and fog lights taped up there. We got our chin spoiler installed. We got chrome side exit exhaust. That was originally on the AAR Cuda, so that was convenient. All I had to do was paint it up. Oh, she's looking real good. We got the safety back window. And doing the taillights on this one was pretty tricky. That's like super small. The whole car is pretty much the size of my thumb, so you can imagine how small that is. So I think it turned out pretty good. I kind of went the extra mile on this one, so hopefully you guys appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like to support the channel. And say hello in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one.